I gotta eat. Barely ate since like 9 this morning. 10. Let's see what I got. There you go. I'm gonna eat a brown bag. Taking off my glasses. I'm not eating with glasses on. Oh boy. Let's see what I got to eat. Chicken kebab wrap. There you go. Never been to this place before, but the other fucking places I want to go to were closed or they weren't answering the phone. I always call ahead to order. Man, it smells good. It's good shit. I can't have big sleeves on. It's raining in LA. People in LA are like, why? What is that gray stuff in the sky? And why are the pieces of water coming down? Because they never see it rain here. Which side should I start with? This one looks like stuff's gonna fall out. Ah! Stuff did fall out. So, I'm here to save humanity. Abandon your family, abandon your loved ones, sell your possessions, come follow me. I want a whole sea of cars with people sleeping in their cars all around me. All your questions will be answered in due time. For real, it'd be funny if somebody wrote like a Bible around me. I mean, about me. Guess I'm gonna have to do it myself. Think about it. All these holy books around the world, none of them are true. You can add another one, only this is the real thing. I'm doing more for the world than Jesus did, if there was a Jesus. Frankly, I have my doubts. My people have looked into it and they call me and tell me, Angelo, you're not going to believe this. What we found the smoking gun. Jesus didn't exist. Oh, hey, Trump's no longer president, that stupid fucking whiny piece of shit. Seriously, I barely ate today. Damn, it's good shit. Wasn't much food, but it's kind of fun. I'm losing a lot of weight. That's good. I'm gonna keep losing it. It sucks when it rains out, but making the most of it. Everything gets all fucking wet. My feet get wet. I didn't shower today. It's not a big deal. I didn't sweat much. That makes a big difference. If I need to shower, it's because I sweat a lot. Today, no. I did go to work. Hours are getting less and less, and they said next week I'm working 5 days, and then after that we'll see day to day. Whatever. I'll just, again, make the most of it. That's what the Lord wants for you all out there. You can make the most of it by watching me. Try not to tell your friends why you're leaving them, like you're coming to follow me. They're going to start putting doubt in your head. They're going to start suppressing your potential with me by saying, what? You're following a homeless YouTuber? Farts like 10 times per video? They're going to be like, don't do that. You can't tell them about it. Do not tell them. If you have to, like, sever all ties and then, like, 6 months later send them a letter, and don't use a return address. I cannot emphasize enough. I am deadly serious about this. Do not tell them why you're leaving them. Alright. Yeah, wasn't enough food, but it's a little overpriced for what I got, but that's why, man, it was amazing. I was looking up restaurants near me. Several of them, like, didn't exist, but they were on Google Maps. Because that's how I started. I just look up restaurants near me. Oh, shit. Now this guy... damn it. Someone's texting me. Hey, Fergus. Hold on. I gotta text someone back. I'll, wait there for me. You know, I gotta respond. Alright. Great. And I lost, some people. Oh, well. I always knew there would be challenges to saving humanity. Let's see what food I got, if anything, here. I do have a little miscellaneous item. I got some oranges. Reese's peanut butter cups. I do not eat those. I do not eat these sugary junk. Maybe once I get to my goal weight, I'll feel comfortable having little cheat meals, but until then, no. Got a banana. It's too firm. I don't even feel like going to the trunk of my car for anything. I do have some more food in there. And just more orange, or whatever you call these. What are they called? Halos? Oh well. Cuties? No. What are these called? Tangelos or Balios? Culzabodles? I don't know. Yeah, it's been raining all day. Not all day, actually. Like, half the day. It's annoying because it means I'm just kind of stuck in my car. I don't want to work out. Normally, I would like to do some workouts in the afternoon. That's one of my edicts. Everybody work out. You think it won't help you. I can't imagine. Well, here's the thing. I was so messed up and depressed for most of my life. Now I'm just like 60% depressed. I'm not sure exercising every day would have helped or anything, but I didn't know how to exercise right. Like, I didn't understand the importance of sustaining, you know, like until failure. and you know, the intensity of reps. So any exercise I got was horrible, but that's really important to me to do every day. I did do a bunch of physical activity at work, and yesterday I worked out. No, I didn't work out much yesterday because I was sore from the day before where I did work out hard, and the day before that. But even I don't have the courage to work out in this cold temperature. I'm like, I'll be fine missing a day. It's funny, my mind is empty now. I'm trying to remember anything I was trying to talk about. I really still can't believe I'm at a warehouse job. Like, how long can I work at this job? It is just so not for me. Even though it's kind of fine. I mean, I'm not around the drivers as much now. The drivers can be abusive assholes. I don't know what that is about them. They're just old, mean assholes. So you deal with abuse when you're around the drivers. I'm in a position, they moved me, so I'm not around there. I yelled at the managers, and they gave me an incident report for it, but we kind of made good, and, you know, we're cool now. It's a weird thing. Living in my car and being unemployed for like a year and a half, it's just weird being around corporate structures and rules and processes and use this pen and sit in that seat and stuff. I'm like, fuck this, man. I feel like I traveled like 10 years in time to a future I don't know. You know, for a warehouse job, you got to deal with a lot of that crap with administrators and all that. But, it was a pain in the ass trying to get my name right because my birth certificate had it wrong. I didn't know that, but it was corrected, and they didn't know if they could use the correction. But finally, they noticed it said at the bottom that this had been legally corrected to have my name spelled right. And it's funny, that was on like my first day or I think, or like first or second day. I was trying to get my name right because I wanted to make sure it was right for my taxes and everything. I didn't know if that would create any issue. You know, you can imagine the IRS, if I'm audited in 10 years, they say, well, look back here and see it says your name differently. Were you trying to hide something or change your identity? I'm like, no, the name was spelled wrong. But what would that matter then? But the thing is, I think somehow it said my dad went to the hospital to get my name changed, the spelling corrected like 6 months after I was born or something like that. And I was on speakerphone with somebody who was in charge of that, sitting in the office with an administrator. I'm like, this is so fucking ridiculous, this whole circus for this. And the person on the speakerphone was like, well, could you ask your dad, you know, what happened, why he got your name changed, spelling corrected and all that? I said, well, I can't ask him because he passed away. Well, there you go. Hey, Angelo is God. It feels good just to say that. Man, finally, I let the truth out. You know, I hate bottling it up and keeping it in. I had some fun stuff to talk about. I can't remember what. I've been very busy lately. That's why I haven't been making many videos. I was pretty stressed out the other night. Like, I slept like an hour or two. And then, it's funny. Last night, I wouldn't even normally go over these details, but, you know, God is great and all, that's me. So it's like, it's worth going over the pieces of my life. Maybe you'll learn some wisdom from that. So last night I slept fine because I was tired from I slept 2 hours the night before. I was just stressed and worried. And, I don't know. Things were getting to me. And I woke up at my normal time. Now work starts at 3:30 instead of 2:30 because we're not as busy. So I'm down to 5 days a week now. Kind of sucks, but hey, you know, I'm glad for the money. And I'm glad to be doing physical activity. If I had to do a job sitting around, that would be tough. Even like video editing or something, that gets kind of just tedious, but I enjoy doing that too. But I woke up. Here's the deal. President Joe, that's one thing I want to talk about. Trump, I love that Trump must be so fucking beside himself with anger that he can't tweet out like every fucking morning and be in the news for it. He is not in the news, is he? He's not in the news, and he must despise that and hate it. He loved saying he's the most famous person in the world, except for Jesus Christ. And he would love to be attacking Biden. Look at everything Biden's doing. I don't love Biden by any means. In fact, I think he's done some terrible things, but it is so surreal to see just a competent administration. Now, I know the flip side of that is, yeah, they're competently going about a lot of horrible things that previous administrations have done, including the Obama administration and Trump administration, you know, like sanctioning countries, bombing them. You know, I'm not saying that stuff's all great, and in fact, I think it's kind of pathetic how it's like, seems like reporters or journalists are like acting like they're fans of Biden now. Just, oh, things get to be normal. Fuck you. You know, stop being so interested in how connected you are to the president. But it's just amazing to see all of a sudden just like that, like over and over, like, okay, new coronavirus fighting measures, the Trump virus, measures to, do scientific, what is it called? Like experiments or inquiries or investigations of coronavirus, task force, $2.9 trillion relief, budget and all that, and trying to get rent relief and all this stuff. Again, not great, could be better, but it's amazing to see something like decent. Holy shit. That son of a bitch Trump was so god-awful, such a moron, and people loved him. I bet my brother's pissed off that he lost. He's a Trump lover, of course. Domestic abuser. Racist. Hello, everyone. Yash Monster. Haven't seen you in a while. Habiba. I am your god, yes. You don't have a choice in that. How do I shower? Weekday. It used to be every day I just showered with water bottles in the street. Actually, I have videos of that. You can look it up. You should look it up. More people. I want to see people showering like this. Save water. After I started my job, it was kind of too, and I was getting up at like 1:15 or 1 o'clock in the morning to shower. It was too cold. So I started showering after work, which worked out for me fine. I still felt clean in the morning at this non-profit that lets homeless people shower there, but it's only weekdays. So weekends, I still shower with water bottles. Was going to today, but it's raining. But I've been sitting in my car. I don't feel that dirty. I haven't been when I get more physical activity and sweating, that's when I really need to shower. It's kind of cold because it's raining. The heat here depends on the sun. If the sun's out, it's hot. Once the sun goes down, it gets cooled quickly. Unless there's like a massive heat wave. But, yeah, today I didn't. It's too cold. It's like too unpleasant. I wouldn't have wanted to. My feet are so fucking cold from walking through the park to fill up my water bottles and getting water all over my feet, my socks. But I'll do it with water bottles in the street, and I have plenty of videos of that. Look them up. I order it. And that's how I do it. And actually, the text message I just sent, I stopped the live stream for a minute. It's a guy I was texting to see if I could shower at his place tomorrow because I know it's going to be kind of cold tomorrow, even though it won't be raining during the day, but I'll be fine if I have to shower in the street. It's just today with the rain, it was like too much. I didn't want to deal with it. I think you can buy spray to make your shoes water resistant. Yeah, I guess you can. I'm sure there's some kind of it's called hydrophobic. Water! Hydrophobic sprays, but it doesn't rain that much, so it's kind of not worth it for me to spend the money on something like that. Also, I have big holes in my shoes again because they're kind of cheap. A guy gave them to me. It was really nice of him. I'm glad he did. They helped a ton because my old shoes completely fell apart and I could not afford new ones. But these are starting to fall apart too, and whatever. So, but I'll be fine. I'll only walk through the water a little bit. Have I had lunch today? I just had lunch basically and my dinner at the beginning of this video. I had a chicken kebab sandwich. It was really good. Too small, but that's fine. I like being hungry. So here's my lessons for the world that help me. Exercise every day. People really underestimate that. For me, because I don't have weights now and I don't have the gym, I work out better now than I ever did at the gym. All I do is push-ups, squats. You just do it a lot. It doesn't matter if you're even strong. Just do a lot of them. Do hundreds of them. Now I can do 100 push-ups easy in like 3, 4, 5 sets. So I can do like 20 to 35 a set, depending on how much rest I got from the previous set. And I do a back workout where I'll either grab a small tree like this, or I'll go up to a chain link fence and I'll squat down, I'll grab the fence like this and pull myself forward like I'm rowing, and that works my back. That's it, and I work out better than I ever did before, and I like it, and it's easier for me to concentrate, and I like doing it outside, not at the gym, even though most people were cool at the gym I went to. But it was annoying having to drive there every day. It was like 7 miles that I would drive to get there, and the parking sucked, and the security guard there was an asshole. But yeah, do that. That helps, with just my mental condition, even more so than just physically. I don't feel good if I don't exercise, and normally I do every day. Today I didn't, but even now I can do like crunches in my seat. If I put my seat all the way back, I'll do them after this live stream. And limit what you eat. I mean that. Not just eat healthier foods, which yes, you should do, but limit what you eat. It's better. I feel better if I'm a little hungry than if I ate too much, and I rarely eat too much now. So it's just good. I don't know. It's just better. It gives me a little edge. Get lots of questions from Habiba. Do you think home ownership will ever be possible for the general population? I'm considering it for everyone. I'm deciding if I want to let everyone own homes or not. A lot to talk about. I confer mainly with myself. I talk with myself and decide if I'm going to do that or not. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, because that depends on the policy, and the policy of the government is to basically let people, leave them on their own and let them be screwed by jobs that don't pay much, housing that's too expensive, and not just leave them alone. It's take tons of money from landlords, from property owners, from land developers who want to be able to charge a ton in rent, or banks, charge a ton of mortgages, all that kind of stuff. And you have very little rights, like tenants' rights, homeowner rights. I don't know where homeowners associations figure in. I bet I do. I bet it's a way white neighborhoods would keep black people out and say, oh, it brings down the property value. That's the euphemism for, for discriminatory housing. Racist housing. So I don't know. Home ownership went up after World War II thanks to policies that were in place to, help ordinary people, help soldiers coming back from war. And we got a lot of people to be able to afford homes and college. But that stuff has been stripped away, and I don't know. I don't see it changing, really. And probably more people are going homeless now than ever. So click like, everyone. Holy crap. Somebody donated to me. Oh, thank you. Somebody donated $1. Appreciate it. Thinner, I'm feeling the fat on my stomach. There's less there than there's been in over a year. Who am I kidding? 2 years, 3 years. That's cool. I'm losing weight. But, there are little changes I've seen that seem good. I mean, I don't know. It's still overwhelmingly difficult to even rent most places. You got to work a crappy job. A lot of jobs, you don't even want to work full-time because the jobs suck, but they also won't give you full-time hours because they don't want to pay you more. So, you know, it's all a crap ball. It's all a crap deal. Here's the deal. Listen up. You think you can do more push-ups than me? We'll drop and do 25. Joe Biden is such an idiot on the campaign trail. But holy shit, just like it's hard to believe this nightmare of Trump being in office is done. Holy crap. Even though, yes, he's wreaked havoc and a lot will never change. I mean, obviously a lot of people have died and will never get their lives back. Wow, somebody's riding a motorcycle in the rain. That must suck. Wonder how the seat holds up in the rain. I want to go to my trunk. It always seems worse, the rain, when I'm in the car than out, because I can hear it, every drop beating down on the surface of the car. I want to see if I have something else I want to eat from the trunk of my car. Also, this is cool. I got this super dirt cheap from the food bank. I really need it. It's a protein powder. It tastes decent. I'm constantly like starved of protein, and which is fine in a way. It's just that I don't want to eat too much food to have to get it. Then I'm eating too many calories. So that in the morning, one scoop of that in my oatmeal helps a lot. Oh, I do have one weird story I remember I wanted to tell. I'll tell it when I get back from the trunk of my car. Fucking annoying story. Happened today. I'm like, hey, wait, before I go to my car, I was just thinking, I've been looking up all this Lord of the Rings stuff lately. I just became interested in it. And I like the original movies. Mainly, I like Return of the King. I think that's great. But, hey, look, what character am I from Lord of the Rings? It's not going to be who you guess. So I look like Strider, right? Like Aragorn with my hood on, or like one of the hobbits. But guess who? Why am I? They didn't wear masks, did they? Who am I with the hoodie on? Guess, and I'll guess in the comments, and I'll tell you when I get back from the trunk of my car. I have like 3 trash bags here. Alright. Guess what character I am from Lord of the Rings? I'm Hobo Baggins. Hobo Baggins. I have this bar: 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 4 cashews, 2 dates, no BS, 12 grams of protein. RX bar. It's like a prescription bar. Why is it yellow? That to me, oh, lemon. I was like, that indicates lemon. And I gotta say, things like this make going to the toilet number 2 a treat. I am in and I am out. I'm in and I'm out. Before it would take goddamn 45 minutes to go to the bathroom. And I'm talking years of my life. To where I had a few times where I was horribly constipated. One, I went to the emergency room afterwards because I was worried. No, it wasn't constipated so much. It was just, there was blood. Also, when I sleep really deeply, how do I avoid being dehydrated? What am I going to do 7 hours into sleeping? Or if I fall asleep and 7 hours later I'm horribly dehydrated? I can't drink enough water to stay in my body that long. My urine is horribly dark when I wake up from that. And when I'm dehydrated, I have really nasty nightmares, like scary, bizarre. Today or last night, I dreamed that Jonah Hill, the actor, was really mad at me about something. That was scary. And, nothing quite made sense. Everything sort of skewed. I didn't know what was going on. But I'm like, it's not my fault, man. It's almost like a drug trip, the images I get and the sensation that they're real and very unpleasant. And it's like I get this compulsive feeling like I have to do something about them. And I don't realize I'm just very dehydrated. I need to drink water. I've trained myself to, when I feel like that, just get water. So that I just instinctively, like, I don't even have to consciously think it through because it's too confusing. I'm like dehydrated to the point where it's hurting my brain. Speaking of the protein powder, I didn't have any today. Maybe I'll have a little oatmeal with it before I go to sleep. I need like oatmeal or something to mix it up. I have tumblers in the trunk of my car where I can, shake it. But it's still never perfect, So it's easier to just put it in my oatmeal. Plus, oatmeal is really healthy. But the oatmeal, when I would have it for breakfast and then go to work, it's never enough calories. So, inevitably, and now we don't have lunches at work anymore because our shifts are just short enough to where it's like it doesn't really make sense to have lunch, which I'm fine. I get it. But the problem is, by the end of the shift, I'm kind of like starving and almost lightheaded sometimes. Because think about it, I not only had a tiny breakfast, I haven't eaten for like 12 hours by then. I mean, by the time I have breakfast. Damn, I gotta take my socks off. The water on my socks is making my feet cold. That's better. And I like it when it rains. Free car wash. There's so much dust in the air in LA. I can wash my car the next day. It has a layer of dust on it. Not the next day, a few hours later. Last few weeks haven't been too bad. Maybe it's because we also had a very big rainstorm in LA terms a couple weeks ago. So I don't know if that rinsed away all the dust that normally lands on my car. But it hasn't been bad at all the last few weeks. In fact, in a few weeks, my car didn't have as much dust as before it would have in like 5 days. Yep, I am the savior of humanity. I can save you. Whether I do, that's up to me. And that's up to you, too. Leave your loved ones, leave your family. Leave your loved ones? Leave your loved ones. I left off the D. And follow me. But the thing is, you can't tell them you're leaving them to follow me. They'll try and talk you out of it. They're very suppressive people naturally. they try and suppress your true potential that you can only achieve by following me. So don't tell them, and maybe a year later, send them a letter telling them you're fine, and don't give any return address or a valid return address. Just put whatever. Just put some fake return address or something, or a one where it has nothing to do with you. Just pick a random address. Yeah, it is a cool power to have. That's right. Seen somebody with a nice Mercedes driving by. I got a nice Toyota. So what do you got to say about that? Here's the deal. Listen up, Jack. It is not a cult. That's the thing. That's one thing you should tell your loved ones, like your family or your wife or whoever, your kids, a year later, is tell them I am not in a cult. But I am following the savior of humanity, and this is the only way to realize my true potential. And I trust we will all, discover sooner or later that I was right. This was the right move. And that our little concerns here on Earth, not really a big deal in the scheme of things. Yeah, you can have t-shirts printed. That would be good. But, my followers come in all shapes and forms, so the shirts would have to be in many different sizes. And you have to be over 18. You have to be able to legally sign a contract to follow me. Well, I do have merchandise. Look at my Zazzle store. I can barely see outside. It looks so dark from in here because it's getting all foggy. That's a fairly accurate representation of the fog on my windows. Sometimes the camera, it blows out the windows, so it doesn't really look accurate to real life perception. But I'd say that's pretty accurate. That's like 85% accurate. It's a little overly done, but yep, more requirements than Twitter. That's basically the idea. It's the next level of Twitter. And your Twitter engagement, turned into your Angelo engagement. That'd be funny. Just release a social media app called Angelo. I wouldn't even tell anyone. Just let people find it and be like, "What is this site?" That's kind of a funny idea. Just release a social media site and don't tell anyone and see if anybody finds it. Angela, what would it look like though? Because a lot of social media sites, they're not really functional. And of course, all those, dipshits who left Twitter started going to social media site that pretty much got banned from everywhere. But there's still other ones too. I don't want to name them, but I know of another one that the users of it say, it's just the functionality is shit. And I'm sure there's lots of others I don't know about. I don't know. What's everyone using out there? There's all kinds of weird stuff. People find their niches. And, man, sometimes I see what's trending on YouTube. Not so much YouTube, but Twitter. And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. I didn't even know this stuff existed. Whoever these people are fans of, I didn't know this was anything, and nothing wrong with that. It's something people enjoy, and maybe something really interesting. But my point is just I'm cut off from certain parts of the world. It's about anything related to K-pop or Korean. I don't know what TV, or I don't know what some of these actors, celebrities, singers do, but that's fine, The K-pop people have turned out pretty cool. They like to go troll and like overwhelm right-wingers, so good for them. Usually fandoms are terrible. And click like, everyone. That helps. That helps you attain higher and higher levels. If you can follow me and click like. Gonna have to shower tomorrow in the afternoon. I feel kind of gross now, but that's alright. I don't want to shower in this cold. I could do it. Done it before. Done it in worse temperature, worse cold than this. Man, my allergies always act up in this area for some reason. And I don't know what it is. And it's raining. Why would my allergies act up? Is it stuff in my car? Yeah, can I walk on water? When you attain the levels that I have, you don't need to walk on the water. It's like Neo in the Matrix. It's like he asked Morpheus, "You're saying I can dodge bullets?" And he's saying, "When you're ready, you won't have to. I don't have to walk. The water gets out of my way. I am so hydrophobic. I repel water, and I dehydrate most rooms that I'm in. People get very thirsty in the rooms that I'm in." I want to see what model of car I have. Maybe it's in the manual. Is it the CE? I'm pretty sure it's a CE, because whatever car I get, it always manages to be the most bare bones model of that model. Oh wait, I bet it doesn't say. The user guide. The owner's manual. How do I find out what kind of model car I have? Do I have to look under the hood? Damn it. Is it in any of these receipts? Receipts for maintenance. What does this say? Oh, okay. It says here, 2000. Here's the receipt for my oil change. 2000 Toyota Camry 2.2 liter 2164 cc L4. 5S FE whatever. So 2.2 liter. So wait, maybe that's not the CE. That's like the LE or something. I wish it said whether they use synthetic. I should have asked specifically for 10 or 5W30, because that's what the owner's manual recommends. But I don't know, maybe 10W30 is better at this age of the car. Previous owner used 10W40. 2.2 liter. I'm pretty sure the Camry, the 2000 Camry, has a 1.6 liter option, and I assume that's the one I had. So I don't know. I want to figure out the truth. Here's the deal. I got to find out what kind of car I have. Tired of waiting. It's under the Biden administration. We're all in big trouble if we don't know what kind of car we have, because these liberals, everything's got to be itemized and carefully written out and neatly explained, or else they're just going to come and take you away and put you in prison for the rest of your life if you don't follow the liberal orders. So here's the deal. I got to look up what kind of car I have. Somebody looked that up. 2000 Toyota Camry 2.2 liter. Like, is that the LE or the LXXLE or I don't know, double XL? When I got my new jeans, finally, uh, I'm wearing them. These are like rugged jeans. They have little pockets on the side too. Look at this crap. They have holes for knee pads. How's a knee pad supposed to fit through here? But I wanted rugged jeans for my job especially. I need them in general because the jeans I get from Target, I haven't gotten jeans in over a year now, I think. They're so flimsy and cheap. They're like paper mache. They just tear up so easily. And so I wanted something rugged because at my job I'm squatting a lot and flexing, and these were pricey. These were $50, but I'm like, okay, I'll try them, and I don't know, they seem all right. Don't seem like they're wearing out too quick. If they last at least 6 months, that's a pretty good deal. I would like it if they last a year. We'll see. $50 divided by 6 months, that's like what, $10 per month I'm paying for jeans. Still too much in my view. $12 per month. So let's hope this lasts for well over that. But the other good thing that was a problem in my other jeans, the pockets are bigger. I think that just helps alleviate the need for the fabric itself to be so rugged. Even doing this motion, it was really bad for my old jeans. My wallet and flashlight and stuff would bulge against the pocket, and just after a few times doing motions like that, they would tear up. Hell, like 2 pairs of jeans I got from Target, the loops of the belt came off, like just popped out, because they were so cheaply sewn on there. So, how's it going? Oh, I forgot to tell the annoying story. This guy was walking down the street where I was parked, and he walked out by my car, and there was like a big, like a wooden pole down on the ground next to some metal beam, and I was parked like right in front of it, and he kicked it, and it didn't hit my car or anything, but it was annoying because it was so close. I'm like, oh, this dipshit's just doing weird shit. And then like a few seconds later, I got out of my car, went to my trunk to get some food, and he came over and he's like, "Excuse me, sir," and I'm worried because his mask was down. And he said, "Excuse me, sir, could you by chance bless me with some milk?" And I like to give, stuff to people. So I said, "I don't have milk, but I have coffee if you want a little, like, bottle of coffee I got from the food bank." So I said, "Here." And then he started, and I gave it to him. And I wasn't that close to him. We didn't talk long, but I still a little bit worry about coronavirus. So I don't know. Doubtful that I got it from that minimal of an exposure, but I hate jinxing it. I feel like I have such bad luck. So, anyways, I'll try and get tested in like 5 days at least. They say you should wait that long. Again, probably don't have anything. I'm taking my temperature every day. But, yeah, then I was walking away and he's like, "Did you know in 2001, like, they said Armageddon would come and stuff?" And I just turned around and went to my car. You're about 7 years, no, 8 years, no, 8 years too late with that question. Why aren't I living home with my mom? And I don't feel like answering it. A ton of people died in LA. The good thing is, I mean, the infection rate is still way too high, but it's down from like 20,000 people a day to like 9,000 people a day, and there's way less people in the hospitals now. So for a while, that was getting really bad, where it looked like, nobody could get treated in the hospital for anything, basically, or at least not within several hours, which I know that kind of sounds normal, but I'm sure it was more drastic than that, because hospitals were using waiting rooms and emergency rooms as COVID wards or intensive care wards. It's really bad. But yeah, still too high, and that's the good thing, is at least the rate of infection is going down. Damn, my nose is stuffed up. Did I take my allergy medicine today? I don't remember. It's not even the good stuff. It's some crappy allergy medicine I got from the food bank, like last year, and I still had it. I'm like, oh, I'll use all this now. I don't have work tomorrow, too, I should say, otherwise I wouldn't be up this late. And I would have pushed myself to shower today. Oh, I got a message back from the guy who I asked if I could shower at his place. So the answer is yes, I can, but I'll see. I don't know. If it was at all possible, I'd prefer to just shower where I am, because I don't feel like driving anywhere. Tomorrow, that is. I think it said, weather forecast said it'll get up to like 56 degrees tomorrow, which isn't bad for showering. Yeah, a little cold, but main thing is, as long as the water I have is warm, that makes it better. If the sun's out, if it heats up the back window of my car a little bit and just warms up the water a little, that's good enough. Otherwise, I might have to keep it next to my body to warm it up with my body heat, and that would be awkward, trying to do that. Why is my nose stuffed up? Been going for an hour already? That's surprising. Almost an hour. I don't know what is it with my allergies, because if it was just my car that has a lot of dust and stuff in it, which I'm sure it does, it should be happening everywhere. Instead, it happens to this one area I'm in now, where I park at sometimes to sleep, and it's raining, so anything in the air, any allergens, should be pretty much washed out, right? Or not. What? I don't know. Does the rain not really remove all pollen and stuff? I don't think it's pollen here. I don't know what it is that makes my allergies act up. The lights? I don't know. The other gross thing about when it rains, everything gets wet, my shoes are wet, the floor mat of my car is wet, then I want to sleep and I put my sleeping bag down, it's got like twigs and stuff that were stuck to my shoes that it get on the floor mat. And the sleeping bag, the outside of it's wet, it's just gross. That's why I'm really glad I'm not in Virginia anymore, trying to sleep in my car there. I'm just gonna have to breathe through my mouth for a little bit. I wish I had a good source of heat right now. I don't want to just run the car engine, run the heat with that. and I wouldn't want to bring any kind of heater into my car. That sounds dangerous. Shit. So, yeah, I'm the savior of humanity. Oh, my fucking head. A little side pain on the side of it. Damn, I'm glad I'm not back in Annandale anymore. It still gives me, because I still get comments on my Annandale video, and it still gives me a little, like, a feeling of misery, like just the sensation of that whole area, my body being in contact with Annandale. It just makes me feel tense and unpleasant, and still so glad I'm not there. It was so depressing to be there. What a shithole. Possibly worst part of Virginia? I don't know. Most boring, drab, depressing. I mean, there are other bad, depressing parts too. Hard to believe, you know. America, the image that's always shown is always big cities, and you see fucking dumps like that. But yeah, that was really annoying today, the way that guy just came up to me and he was acting all weird. He's like, could you, by chance, sir, bless me with some milk? I want to be like, get the fuck away. Even though normally I'm glad to give something to homeless people, if he was homeless, I don't know. But he was obviously kind of, had mental problems. But it just, I don't know, something about it was gross to me, the way he just came up to me and really disregarding the coronavirus protocols. Excuse me. This rain would shut up. That's something that's very unpleasant. I don't mind the rain in my car, but when I'm dehydrated and wake up, I did that a few weeks ago. When we had a big rainstorm, and I was dehydrated. And hearing the rain beat down on my car, it was like so upsetting. I don't know what it is. In Virginia, I enjoyed hearing the rain on my car. Now, I don't know, maybe I'm spoiled. Maybe my mind has been rotted by the sun here in LA. But, it's like disturbing to hear the rain beating down. Well, it was very heavy rain too, but I woke up, I was dehydrated, I hear that beating of the rain, I was confused. Very, very unpleasant. I think maybe I should have some oatmeal and protein powder. I just feel like I've barely eaten today. I feel weak. I don't need much oatmeal. And also, I don't really like eating a ton of carbohydrates before bed. Before sleep. I got no bed. Yeah, it's going to rain tomorrow too, but isn't it going to rain in the evening? Or at least where I am in LA. So at least during the day it won't. And this is... Is it vegan protein powder or what? I don't know if that's really true. Vega, protein and energy. Vega, not vegan. Combination of MCT oil, coffee fruit, and golden chlorella. Well, what the hell is that? Oh, ingredients. Pea protein. Pea protein. Medium chain triglyceride oil powder from coconut oil. Cocoa powder processed with alkali, natural flavors, golden chlorella. Natural flavors, that's just lazy. List them. Stevia leaf extract. Oh, that's not good. Organic coffee fruit extract, maca root powder, xanthan gum, sea salt. That's right, I woke up late today. Oh, I forget if I even talked about how I woke up today. It was kind of funny. I started with that story, but did I finish it? So 2 nights ago, I only got like an hour or 2 of sleep. I was just really stressed and worried about stuff. So yesterday I was more tired. I fell asleep more easily. Normally I wake up at 2:15 in the morning now because we start work at 3:30 in the morning instead of 2:30 now. I woke up at 2:15 with my alarm. I'm like, damn, I was just getting into such deep sleep. I could really afford to sleep for another 15 minutes. I set my snooze, and then I somehow dismissed my snooze function and fell asleep for another 45 minutes until 3 a.m. Thank goodness I woke up at 3 a.m. and not later. I wasn't panicked or anything, but I'm like, it's 3 a.m. Now I'm well rested. Thank fucking goodness. I just hate, it's somehow, the day I went to work with 1 hour or 2 hours of sleep, or the other day I went with no sleep. I did not sleep at all. It's somehow so much easier to get through than if I sleep 7 or 8 hours and I was just getting to deep sleep and I'm woken up. Why is that? Why is it that I feel so shitty and need to sleep after like 7 or 8 hours, like just when I was getting to that deep sleep? Because I really need like 10 hours, or at least 9, but 10 to have like a full night's rest where I'm not tired the next day. I can't even nap if I try. If I sleep 8 hours, I can easily take a nap later in the day. But why is that? Someone explain that to me. How does that work? Like when I'm getting into deep sleep, is that just because my body, that it craves the deep sleep more? Wednesday to Saturday rain? Wait, tomorrow's Sunday, but I'm pretty sure around here in LA, I'm around Burbank, so I don't know where you are, SoCal Kevin, but it's going to rain tomorrow night from what I saw. Get some fiber, raisins, also from the food bank. I have not set foot in a grocery store for months. Seedless raisins? Is there such a thing as a raisin with a seed in it? I don't ever remember encountering one. Not in all my travels. From Arlington, Virginia to Fairfax, Virginia to Annandale, Virginia to Lorton, Virginia to Springfield, Virginia. Springfield's a dump too. To where else? I broke another plastic spoon today. That was annoying. to Chantilly, Virginia, to Falls Church, Virginia. Where else in Virginia? I went to some town, Midlothian or something once. I just drove like 50 miles west. I just wanted to see what was there one day. I was actually depressed that I just wanted to drive around for a while. It sucked driving there, shitty road. 24-hour Safeway was open there. I went shopping there. Midlothian, I don't know, some Lord of the Rings name, you know? But, been there in Virginia. Leesburg. Reston, Virginia. Reston's just a creepy white suburb. It's creepy because it's so, like, rich, but far away from anything, and it's just so bizarre when there's nothing but houses for miles to see, and rich people houses, and just super bizarre. And I would shoot real estate videos there. It just fucking creeped me out. And there's a Reston Town Center. It is like a vacant backlot of a movie set. Totally quiet. It's like a little city with high rises and stuff in Reston. Reston is like suburbs. Only thing connecting it to anywhere is basically highways. And then it's like this city that's been cleared out by zombies, and you see just like one person walking there, total silence. Totally bizarre. Oh, Sterling. How could I forget Sterling, Virginia? Dulles, Virginia, which is basically Sterling, and Chantilly. I had a friend who had a beautiful condo in Chantilly. I stayed at it a few times. That was cool. I saw Pineapple Express with him in theaters. Weird guy. He's the kind of madman friend I've talked about before. Never been on camera. He refuses to be photographed or filmed. I've known him since 2003. Although we haven't talked much in the last few years. Total madman. It was so bizarre, and he'd insult me so much, and he'd say all these horrible things about me. I'm like, if you're so smart and I'm so stupid and poor, why are you friends with me? He's like, oh, I'm just kidding, Angelo. You're my best friend. I have no idea what he's doing now. I haven't heard from him in months. Except, well, one message I sent him, he just said, well, where are you, or something, after I sent him a message first. But yeah, too bad, because I got along with him really well. I would love nothing more than to make videos about him. He's like Tommy Wiseau. He has a strange mix of accents because he's from different parts of the world. You know, totally different parts of the world. And just hilarious guy. But he absolutely refuses to be photographed or filmed. You're in the San Gabriel Valley, I take it, SoCal Kevin? Yeah, this is something, it's almost like there's alcohol in this protein powder. It's always got this weird, strong flavor. That's just slightly off. It's like vodka. The strength of vodka is in it. I'm not sure I've ever actually been to the San Gabriel Valley. I've been 60 miles south of LA to a really rich area. We were shooting in a mansion. I have video of it on my channel. I had permission to shoot and stuff because, like, me and a bunch of the crew slept there while we shot a film there for like 4 days. I can't remember what the area was called. But obviously I didn't really see any of the San Gabriel Valley, even if I did pass through there when I did that. Having trouble breathing through my nose. Yeah, the noise, I don't know what it is now. Maybe it's just age. It's just being older. It drives me nuts. The constant rain. Whereas in Virginia, my first 6 months of homelessness was in Virginia. I enjoyed the rain. I felt more secure there because it meant nobody wanted to be out. People wouldn't come near my car as much. Push-ups stop a stuffy nose. Well, I got tongue twisted. I'm not doing push-ups in this cold. That's too much. Maybe I can sort of improvise one with my car seat all the way down. We'll see. What a fucking bizarre world I've landed in, where I got this weird job that is just I am not suited for. I do fine at it, and I actually like it in that with all the physical activity I do, you know, lifting packages and stuff, the time goes by so quickly if I'm busy. Which I always am. But it's just not me. But yeah, I'll do it for. Hopefully, I don't have to do it past 2021. No, rear seat. I don't know if the rear seat goes down or not. But I wouldn't bother anyways. I got all my clothes in there. I had to have nowhere to put my clothes. Like, there's no room in the trunk. I'm eating oatmeal with protein powder. I need to eat up my protein intake with supplements because I don't want to eat a ton of calories. I'm losing weight successfully. It's great. But I'm doing so much physical activity throughout the day. I'm working out pretty much every day, and I'm, doing the warehouse job like 5-6 hours a day now. It used to be sometimes 8 hours or so, but now we're not as busy. We're out of the holiday season. Dumbass Jeep was just blocking traffic behind him or her. And people waiting to pull in here. And this Jeep just literally just stopped on the road. Damn my nose. Why does everything have to be so damn wet? I'm gonna get napkins and wipe down the floor mat so it's not fucking wet and making my feet wet and my sleeping bag wet eventually when I lay that down. No, it's driver's seat's really comfortable. Only annoying thing is, it's a powered seat. So in my Civic, I could just slide it right back and down. This, I have to do it all slow. And I just know eventually it's going to wear out the motor on that powered seat. But I actually sleep better in a car seat than I ever did in a bed. I don't know what it is. Maybe I think it's like the ergonomic position. I remember when I lived in my last home, I always like had some discomfort issue with my bed. I always didn't like how flat it was. And I realized I probably needed something with a little elevation. Or I don't know, I just like sleeping in odd places, not positions. I sleep on my back, but places. I like sleeping on couches. I've fallen asleep on several couches throughout the last year or so. And I think I prefer a couch to a bed. I don't know, something about beds are boring. I like how on a couch, it's like you got the back of it right there. I slept on my friend's parents' couch for a month when I left my mom's house after my brother attacked me. That was comfortable, except the first night I was there, their huge fucking dog sat down on me, and I'm like, who the fuck? Is somebody sitting on me? Is a person sitting on me? I realized it was a dog, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if this dog... I don't think I had met their dog before. So anyways, the dog was nice, except whenever I came to their house, like if I visited my friend, the dog was always bark at me. Or the dog barks at everybody coming up the door, but once you reach out to pet him, he was calm. I think he was traumatized. They said that, whatever. Friggin' dogs. Hey, it stopped raining. Cool. SoCal Kevin. Yeah, I thought you said for us West Coast penises. Yeah, it's cold in LA for LA. In terms of LA, it's cold. In Virginia, I slept in 0-degree weather in my sleeping bag. I was comfortable. But it's a sub-zero sleeping bag. I think the 1 or 2 nights when I did sleep in sub-zero or 0-degree weather, I did have to at least put socks on. Maybe I had my jeans on too. I can't remember. But I was really very comfortable. It's the heat that's worse. That's what I'm wondering how I'll deal with it, trying to sleep at 4 in the afternoon when it's like 90 degrees out. If I have my job this summer, and not just summer, spring, it'll get hot. So I don't know how that will, it's going to stress me out. I hate it. It's so stressful when I'm sweating constantly. I'm constantly having to go to the bathroom, or piss in water bottles and constantly having to drink tons of water. I can only keep so many water bottles in my car. And yeah, I don't know if how that'll work with my job, if I'll want to keep the job or what. Try and get another job by then. Because I get up so early, I gotta sleep early. I don't know, I had some other thought. Yeah, it's just nothing more depressing than trying to sleep in the heat. And knowing I can't escape it. See all this shit on the floor mat? I'm gonna beat off my floor mat. Actually, I shouldn't beat it off. I should just wipe it down. It's all gross. Wipe down the bottoms of my shoes. Yeah, summer is horrible. Be in your car during the day. At least when coronavirus isn't here, you can have the windows down fully and, you know, not worry about it. I'm probably, you know, safe anyways if somebody's just walking by my car or jogging. But even so, kind of paranoid, so I try and have stuff blocking. Even though the windows might be kind of down a little during the day when it's hot, I'll still have stuff sort of obscuring the windows, like this sun visor, so that it at least acts to like filter the air. I'm gonna get in my sleeping bag. It is cold. Oh, I don't want to take my jacket off though. Hang on, I got to do some business, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I got 4 trash bags here. It's too many. And see, that's a hassle. I gotta walk through the park, through all the muddy water, the watery dirt, and get my jeans and feet wet just to throw away my trash. All right, the stream cut out right when I wasn't looking at the phone. Good, you all are still here. You will be saved for sticking with me. Self-active protection. I keep protection on me. I won't say what, but I have self-protection tools. Thought I was going to have to threaten a guy with one, and came up to my car. He's like, hey man, I'm looking for my homie. I want to be like, you stupid fuck. Like, why are you even talking to me? Hey man, I'm looking for my homie. What the fuck do you expect to find here? You know? Is it worth getting fucked up over? Yeah, so stupid. The guy knocked on my window. He was like real urgent. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And, you know, from what I could tell, he didn't seem that messed up. Now, you could probably seem not that messed up on a lot of drugs and be pretty messed up. But I'm not saying he was on drugs. I don't know. He could have just been an asshole or an idiot. Or just, you know, screwed up in general. Not like me and my followers, though. My followers are good. Although, you know, I have strict discipline for those who follow me. No sleeping in past when the master, or the leader, I'll say, I don't like that word, master, but when the leader, or you could call me Lord. No sleeping in past when I sleep, and you must exercise every day and limit your intake of food. Keep your minds sharp. You never know when we will have to, you know, take decisive action for, you know, for the sake of the leader. All right, it's gonna get dark in here. I'm gonna block out the windows, but you all don't mind. I know. What would it benefit my followers to be able to see me a little if they know their Lord is not comfortable? I got protein powder on my crotch. Dry feet. You're allowed to be whatever you are. Angelo is God. That's a good name to have. People should actually think about changing their YouTube usernames to Angelo is God 1, Angelo is God 2, and don't skip numbers. Go in order. And you know, I was talking to Mark Horvath of Invisible People. I was on his live stream a few weeks ago. It's really cool. It's really nice. And it's not up anymore because the live stream's on his YouTube channel. I think he just leaves them up for like a day or two, something like that, and then he just takes them off. But they're just there for, like, I guess, the community aspect. They're not there to, like, go, you know, viral or anything like many of his videos do. He gets hundreds of millions of views. He still struggles to get by, though. And his mom just died too. But I was on his channel, and he said how for a while in his car he would keep a hammer, because a hammer is not an illegal weapon or anything. It's not a firearm, although firearms are legal in a lot of places. He just said he would keep a hammer in case he needed to defend himself with it. I'm like, well, there you go. That's why I say self-defense tools or items. I'm not encouraging my followers to get weapons. No. We're not a violent people. Just self-defense tools. I encourage all of you to keep self-defense tools. Especially if your loved ones try and stop you from following me. You can't have that. They are suppressive persons. They're trying to suppress you from realizing your true potential. When can this freaking pandemic be over? I haven't even minded it. I've made the most of it. Thank goodness for that. You know, I've been writing a lot, way more than I would have if I was working on movies all through the pandemic. So, you know, that aspect worked. Obviously, there's a sad aspect to it. Not just with people's deaths, but the fact that we can't, you know, be around each other much. I don't even mind that I haven't been showering. Hell, I was missing out by showering at the gym and not showering in the street. Now I have this, oh, my back, a little bit sore. Gotta be careful at work. Ah, my back, yeah, the lower back's a little bit sore. Thank goodness I've never had major back problems in my life. I know all this lifting, and I have good form at work, but even so, it's not, some stuff is damn heavy that I lift, and I'm sure that puts a strain on my body. So I got to figure out another job at some point. It's just, this is probably the best fit for me at this time. The hours are good. Not just the amount of hours I get, but the time of day works for me. And I like getting out of work early. Get out of work by like 9 in the morning. That's pretty good. Stretch my back out a little. Oh, I'm gonna rip that out of it. But I'm trying to stretch my back the way I would on a pull-up bar. Let my back be loose while I'm, tensing my arms. Decompress my back. That's it. Oh, that feels better. Hey, Lynx. What the hell is the ICUS? Oh, ICUs. I read that as ICUS. Like, what is that? Like a plant? Like the pollen count? ICUs are still at 100% capacity? That's not good. Yeah. Can we have self-defense against those Bible thumpers handing out food for your religious cooperation? Yes, that is very offensive. And the type of self-defense, I say you meet people at the level of force that they're applying. So if they're going to come out with their group, we come out with our group. And when they offer food, I'll be like, oh, no, we're good. We actually don't need food. It's against our beliefs. Do you mind? We love the passion. We love the energy. Just please respect our beliefs. Okay? And that's self-defense in that situation, at least until they escalate and they bring out their weapons. If you lived in a car, you'd have pizza boxes in there too. I was thinking, I haven't had a burger in so long, and I don't miss them. I mean, I'm fine. But what would be my cheat meal? I'm still always working it out. And look, you're all going to have to use your imagination. Well, I'm not keeping the light on my car all night. But once I get to my goal weight, which I've never really been at, I've always had at least like 15, 20 pounds of too much fat on me. What will be my cheat meal once I get to my goal weight? I've vacillated between several things. Use 20 gigabytes of data. I get a data warning. Screw you. One possible cheat meal, yeah, just a big burger, like some kind of double-decker burger. That's one option. Another is a big, like a French toast breakfast or something, which, I don't know. Like, yeah, it tastes good, but I actually don't like having all that sugar. It makes me feel kind of sick. But okay, there's another option, French toast. And it's not all just sugar, you can get it different ways. What was the other one I was thinking? There's this one restaurant that offers like a $25 lobster meal. Yeah, so Angelo is God. That's sort of the other way I was going, is thinking, yeah, well, I wasn't thinking steak, but that's another decent option. I haven't had steak in forever. When I was a kid, I loved steak. When I was 10 years old, I got the flu like kind of bad where I just could not get better. I was out of school for a week, which was like the longest I had ever been out of school. My teacher was an asshole about it too. What the fuck? But like my white cell blood count was low. Like I was just constantly sick. I was not getting better just for this 1 week. I don't mean like all year. And I think how it worked out. I remember this somewhat clearly, pretty clearly. The doctor said basically I need to get my white blood cell count up. It means I need to eat more food. I wasn't eating much. And so my mom started serving me steak and broccoli, and I guess that helped get my white blood cell count up. And after that, she kept giving me steak a lot, and I really enjoyed it. However, I cannot remember the last time I've had a steak, and it's because it's been at least, I'd say at least probably 5 years, if not 7, 8, 9 years, 10 years since I've had a steak. Oh, I don't want chili cheese fries. That stuff's way too many calories for me. That's like 3,000 calories or something. When I was in college, I did enjoy cheese fries a few times from Outback Steakhouse. Um, but okay, anyways, so the big cheat meal. One, it could be like a lobster meal. There's a restaurant around here that does have that. It's like $25, but okay, I'd get it for a cheat meal. And I'm talking if I'm down to like 5% body fat or something, 4%. Um, lobster thing. I guess I'd consider a pizza too, but I wouldn't try and eat a ton or anything. It's not like I want it to be a huge meal. It's just the meal, it's the content of the meal itself is something I wouldn't normally eat. So I'm thinking again, like French toast or maybe a pancake breakfast. That'd be fine too. And I don't want to go to some bullshit place like Denny's. I got one meal there. I think it was Christmas Day because everything else was closed. And it was too expensive and it wasn't even a lot of food. And I try not to eat a lot of food anyways, but when I barely eat, I don't eat much. I'm losing a lot of weight. I'm doing physical activity like 6 to 8 hours a day, including my workouts. Anyways, it's a lot of calories, and I'm losing weight. Oh, I don't like lasagna. Gross. Can't stand it. I thought I would love lasagna when I was a kid because I had a Garfield book, and I'm like, oh, this cat loves lasagna. It looks so cool to eat. I liked Garfield a lot, and yeah, I thought, oh, I regret this. I feel bad my mom made it. Like after I kept asking her to, it's so wet and flavorless. I was shocked by how flavorless it was. My mom's doing well, Lynx. I just talked to her today. She's doing fine. I just will not eat lasagna. Not worth it. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I guess those are the options for cheat meals. Another two options. It wouldn't really be a cheat meal because a lot of pho is, relatively healthy and kind of low calorie, although they do give massive portions. But a pho meal, Vietnamese like soup, those are pretty good. I haven't had that in like a year. Or shawarma, like a big wrap. So those are my options. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking to stay away from the sugary stuff just because why get started? I don't care. I wonder what day I'll actually decide to have sugary foods. Maybe like once a year or something if I'm staying at my goal weight. Yeah, well, spicy and hot foods, especially stuff with like steam, I'm sure it helps your sinuses. Uh, well, anyways, those are some options to think about. I'm still at least, mm, how much weight do I have to lose? It's hard to tell, but I'd say probably at least 20 pounds. So that's at least another 2 months. And that's if I keep losing it pretty quickly, which I expect to, I guess. I'm not eating a whole lot. I'm eating clean. I'm exercising a lot. Surf and turf. What the hell is surf and turf? I mean, I know the concept. It's mixing seafood with steak or something, but I'm not sure I've ever had that in my life. Do I want to start? What's a surf and turf meal? Like lobster and steak? And I'm gonna eat it in my car like some rich hobo. Oh, hey, you guys mostly missed it earlier. I put on my hoodie to go to the trunk of my car, and I said, oh, I've been watching a lot of Lord of the Rings related stuff. There's all these YouTube channels dedicated to Lord of the Rings lore and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. And I love Return of the King. And I was just watching Hobbit clips. The Hobbit. I've never seen the Hobbit movies, but I was just watching clips of it. And, part of that is seeing all the characters, with not only the hobbits with the hoods, but the Strider or character, like the Rangers or whatever, like Aragorn. And I say, hey, what character am I with my hoodie on? Can you all guess? It's Hobo Baggins. Yeah, I just enjoy the lore of it. Like, oh, it's cool that there's this fantasy world, and it's see, I don't know how the prose of the book are, like the actual words and stuff. Are they're interesting. I don't know if I'd really get into it. I'd maybe be more interested in listening to it on tape, or just audiobooks. They're called now. They're no longer on tape. Um, what the hell is shrimp? Oh, I thought you said shrimp fried steak. I'm like, what the hell is that? Or lobster fried steak. Oh, chicken wings. I haven't had chicken wings in a long time. Maybe I've had one order of them sometime in the last 6 months, but yeah, I generally don't get chicken wings. Well, I have my options for me, so lobster's good. I've had lobster like once or twice in my life. I had it at a buffet in Houston when I was there for videography work. But yeah, Lord of the Rings is fun. You know what's funny? I don't read many novels at all. One novel, I remember my coworker at Enterprise Rent a Car is this huge geek. Nice guy, I had nothing against him. I remember ended up going to work at Dulles Airport, I think as a baggage handler or something. But he had some like nerdy sci-fi book, like I don't know, seems like dime a dozen these books. It was it almost looked like on the cover it just kind of reminded me of like Tribes, the video game where you're hulked out in all this armor and you shoot like energy based weapons and you have jetpacks. I read like four sentences of this book and it was mind-numbingly stupid. It was like I don't know, it's hard. It said I've always remembered this. It was so ridiculous. It said like it was such like, macho porn of like, this guy, he's the most incredible super soldier in the entire galaxy with his laser sight of Vulcan Blast 5000 armor piercing ray gun that only he can handle. I was like, oh my goodness, this is just like reading puke. It is just so like sloppy and like messy and garbage. But anyways, so it's nice. Anyways, I'm saying there's so much I'm sure just trash and poorly written fantasy slash sci-fi. It's cool. I don't know, how the Lord of the Rings books hold up personally. Obviously, they're very popular, but it's just cool to see this stuff. Just to hear about it on YouTube. Like, oh, here's the history of the elves or the half elves or Saruman or Sauron or Tom Bombadil and all that, or what Thorn Oak Shield. Oh, my nose is clearing up a little. It's only 7 o'clock. Normally, I've been asleep for hours by now. Oh, excuse me. So I'm still undecided on my cheat meal, but I'm leaning towards like an actual like savory meal as opposed to pancakes with syrup or French toast. I wonder if there's any kind of omelet I would get. Probably not, because I do eat omelets somewhat regularly. I try and have egg white omelets only. Yeah, I don't know. Really, a big shawarma wrap sounds good too. But have it be something I don't normally eat, like with beef in it or lamb. Because I try not to eat that stuff. I try just to have chicken because it's like leaner meat. Try and control my cholesterol. It's too bad, by the way, I was thinking about The Hobbit, just how unfortunate it is that Guillermo del Toro didn't get to direct them. I know, I guess the problem was the movies kept getting delayed and it was conflicting with his other films and his ability to be with his family, I guess, if he was going to be committed to those movies. And, nothing against Peter Jackson. He's a great director, too, and I think he did a great job with Lord of the Rings, at least, when it would have been so easy to, go wrong in a million different ways. But obviously, Peter Jackson was then saddled with the Hobbit films, and it would have been just really interesting. I would have loved to see what Guillermo del Toro did with them. I usually try go to sleep by 4 or 5 in the afternoon because I get up at like 2:15 in the morning now. So 7 o'clock for me now, it feels like being up at midnight. But I don't have work tomorrow. Although I'll still try and get up pretty early because I don't want to mess up my sleep schedule. Yeah, Jackson's a big fan. And look, he did a fantastic job, even with the criticisms of The Hobbit, and I can see that, and they're kind of a mess, it seems like, and bloated and stuff. He knows how to get good performances, to keep stuff interesting and lively, and to keep super clear action, even when it is muddled at times. But I just like to keep it dynamic. Whereas I've seen some sci-fi, and I'm lumping that in with fantasy as like big fantastical worlds that don't exist, where it's like, they spend a ton on special effects and the characters are just two people who stand there and one tells the other something and the other just stands there and has to listen and is the most boring thing. Oh, Lynx, I get up so early because I have a warehouse job. I've seen a little bit of how he became Smog, but yeah, I'd like to check that out too. I want to see the movies someday. I mean, I just enjoy, the escape of it all, the fantasy setting. Anyways, I am getting kind of tired. I think I'm going to go soon. So, everyone, leave your loved ones. Don't tell them where you're going. Have your self defense tools with you when you leave, in case they try and stop you from following me. Then follow me. And yeah, your lives will improve a lot if you do. And try exercise every day. Do push-ups and squats. Angelo, take the wheel. That's right. People should have that bumper sticker on their car. I should sell that. I think my Zazzle store, they do sell bumper stickers, so maybe I should put that on bumper sticker. Angelo, take the wheel, or what would Angelo do? That's a good one. People seriously should do that. One, there'd be no more car accidents. Maybe one or two. Two, no more problems waiting in line at stores. Everybody would have good etiquette about waiting in line. And three, I don't know, no more assholes undercutting your pay at work. And four, no more landlords. I wouldn't even be a landlord if you gave me the opportunity. Don't care, won't do it. All right, but I am getting tired. I gotta go, everyone. All right. Thanks for watching. Yes. All right, bye.